What's going on, MediPhorm family? Today I want to talk about the importance of utilizing proper doses when utilizing our MediPhorm products, whether it be original or our new product MediPhorm RL, which stands for rapid loading. So with that, I want everybody to understand the full circle point of this product, because it is very, very important that proper doses are used per individual. Okay, so our bodies naturally produce and excrete hyaluronic acid. We excrete it through our urine, okay? So our body breaks down a certain amount, which tends to be a small amount in most people, every single day, and it gets excreted, right? So what we're doing is we are supplementing, right, in specific areas where we're applying the product, and we are raising our natural levels of hyaluronic acid. But we're not just raising it throughout our body, we're placing it specifically where we want it, right? And the way MediPhorm is designed, using medical grade hyaluronic acid, it will stay in those areas and it would actually bind in those areas, right? So our bodies break down and excrete a small amount daily. So if you use a very small amount of MediPhorm, let's say 0.5 milliliters, 1 milliliter, one time a week, whatever, if you use a very small amount, you're not delivering a lot of hyaluronic acid to the area, number one. Number two is you're not raising above that natural threshold high enough, right? So let's say you're only applying 0.5, but your body's excreting 15 grams or 12 grams of hyaluronic acid naturally throughout the day. So you're really not going to get anywhere, right? You're really not going to get, even though you're supplementing with a very small amount, your body's excreting. So you're really not going to get much benefit out of that. So that's the first reason why it's very important to use proper dosing, right? We have to get above that natural threshold. We have to apply enough hyaluronic acid to be effective in our bodies. So that's the first reason. The second, and equally important, is we have to stretch the fascia, right? Fascia tissue surrounds each individual muscle, right? And this tissue becomes very hard. It becomes very tight. I shouldn't say hard. It becomes very tight, right? And it actually constricts the muscle from excreting blood flow, releasing toxins, and a whole slew of different things, right? But also, the way MediPhorm works, as most of you already know, is MediPhorm can absorb up to 1,000 times its own weight in fluid. So once it starts binding, we're going to need that room for the product to expand and do its job later on down the line, right? Does that make sense? So if we have a tight fascia, no matter how much product you use, you're not going to get maximum benefit down the line once the product is bound and really trying to work. You're not going to be able, because there's no room. The fascia is keeping that muscle really tight. There's no room for it to do its job. So that's the other reason why it's important to utilize proper dosing, right? So number one was to get the proper concentration of hyaluronic acid in your body to get above that natural threshold. But number two, you have to stretch the fascia at the same time, so later on down the line, there's room for the product to expand and to grow, right? To do all the drawing, right? So we can draw those fluids, the blood, which draws the nutrients to the area, which in turn hyperfeeds the muscles, right? Exactly where you need, and where you apply the product, right? So those are the two main reasons why a proper dose is extremely important, okay? It's not about getting you to use more product or more frequently. Actually, our product is used generally less than most other products. So that is the two main reasons. If anybody has any questions, please write in the comments, message me, whatever you need to do. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, at MediPhorm. You can find our pages all over, and make sure you follow our YouTube and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.